Let's see the third question. As I said at the beginning itself, I sent you 3 homeworks on 5th of 10. Today 8th, 3 days I have given time. One day, one question. If you do it, you could have finished everything. So the third question, I have included 2 new things. So when I explain the third question, you can able to understand the first 2 questions also. Apart from that, I send a small video clip to you all. If a bank loan obtained and repaid comes, how to record? I have sent the video in the groups. How to record in both sides, how to balance and take the amount to trial balance. Those things I have explained in that video, small clip, 5 minutes time. First of all, tell me if anyone have doubt in that particular video, do you have any doubt? Answer please. That video I sent, bank loan received, bank loan repaid, and balancing how it comes to trial balance. Do anyone have doubt? Yes.
No, sir.
Yes, Rushda Munzir, tell me what is your problem?
I did the same method and I finished correctly, sir.
Huh? I couldn't understand. Tell me once again, ma. Off your mic and on again. Or else send a message. I can't hear you properly. Anyone else have doubt? Please raise your hand.
I wrote in the method you sent in the video, but the answer is not coming, sir.
Answer is not coming mean, what do you mean by answer is not coming? I can't understand. Trial balance is not getting tally. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
See that way. Answer is not coming mean that is wrong, my dear. Don't say like that. Say trial balance is not getting balance. So trial balance not getting balance mean that is not only reason bank loan. There can be some other reasons also, right? There can be some other reasons also. So you have to go through one by one, whether you are correct. And after we doing this one, you check it, okay? Right. Check again. Right. Let's come to this question. Capital introduce. The questions are prepare a cash account, ledger and trial balance. Today, I am about to start a new lesson. After finishing this, we'll see if time permits. Capital introduced by the owner in cash, 75,000. We know in cash account, the rule we learned for cash account is cash received debit to cash account, cash received debit to cash account, and cash given credit to cash account. The basic rule for cash received and given, cash received debit to cash account and cash given credit to cash account. Right? Cash received debit to cash account and cash given credit to cash account. This is the basic rule of cash account. So based on this only, we are doing all the cash account up to now. Cash received debit to cash account, cash given credit to cash. Even you are a new student today, you just joined to the class. If you can understand what I am telling now, you can do the sum, no problem. In a cash account, this side we call debit side. In a cash account, this side we call cash account debit side. That is the basic idea. This side we call what? Debit. And this side we call what? Credit. In any account, this side is debit side and this side is credit side. Those who are already attend my class, you are familiar with that debit and credit. That's what we are not marking. We are not marking. If you want, we can mark it, no problem. Debit and credit. Debit and credit. In an account, this side we call credit and this side we call, sorry, this side we call debit. Okay. Right. So The basic cash account rule is cash received debit, cash given credit. Same time, you have to remember one more point, my dear students. Always you, that means we are inside the business. We are inside the business, shop, inside the shop, in simply say. We are inside the shop. We are inside the shop. That point is very, very important when we doing sums, when we doing accounts. So the basic knowledge, basic idea that we must have in our mind is we are inside the shop, number one. Number two, the cash account rule is cash received debit, cash given credit. So the two things that you have to always keep in mind, number one, we are inside the shop. Number two, the cash account rule, cash received debit to cash account, cash given credit to cash account. So what do you mean by we are inside the shop? We are not the owner. That's the indirect meaning I try to say. We are not the owner. We are inside the shop to write the accounts, to do accounts, to receive money, to pay money. We are the in charge for all the transaction, not the owner. Owner is a separate person. Owner is the separate person. Leave him. We are inside the shop. We are operating the shop. We are operating the system. We are recording in account. So we are inside the shop. If you think you are inside the shop, that is the first basic point that you have to take into your mind when we do any accounts, Then when we come to cash account, my dear, cash received debit to cash account. Cash received, there's a spelling mistake, no issue. Cash given credit to cash account. So let's come to the question now. Do anyone have doubt in these 2 points? If you are a new student, even you can learn today very easily, mate. I am not saying for proudness. If you can't understand accounts under me, you never understand accounts under anyone else. My methods are so easy. Not for proudness, I am telling. Not for proudness, okay? My dear students, you try to understand very easy points that I am giving. Do anyone have doubt in this answer, please? What I said, 2 points now. We are inside the shop, number one. Number two, the cash account rule is cash received debit, cash given credit. No. Even you are a new student, you can understand. If you have doubt, you can ask now about these two, okay? Right. Now let's come how to practically record these transactions in the cash account first. So since we are inside the shop, we are not the owner, remember? Capital introduced by owner. Owner is an outside person. We are inside the shop. So when owner introducing capital in cash, we inside the shop. Send a message now quickly. Are we receiving the money or giving the money? Quick. Are we receiving the cash or giving the cash? Come on, everyone. I need answer from all the students who are in the class. When owner introducing capital, are we receiving the money or giving the money? Remember, we are inside the shop. Owner is an outside person. He is introducing mean investing. He is investing capital in cash. Are we receiving or giving money? Quick, my dear. Only half of the people answered up to now. I need answer from everyone. Everyone. Come on. Yes, we are receiving money. We are receiving money. Do anyone have doubt in that? We are receiving money. We are inside the shop. Owner. We are not giving money, my dear. Altaf, are we giving the money? Altaf?
No, sir.
Then you said giving the cash?
Typing mistake, sir.
Aha, typing, receiving, giving, receiving. Careful, careful. Right. So we are receiving money. Who's this? Single. Right. Sorry, Yatra Lama Yokoma. 1 minute. Give me a second. Therefore, my dear students, we are receiving money, so it should be debited to cash account. It is debited to cash account, right? Debit and credit. You can see debit and credit in cash account. So it is debited to cash account. So debit side we record. Number 1 date is given. You can write number 1, or else you can ignore the date because I didn't mention it is a date. I just given the numbers 1 to 10. So you can put the number 1, or else you can leave it that date column. Who introduced that? Owner. What did he introduce? Capital. I always tell the detail what you are writing is very, very important for answer. So 75,000 cash account debit, capital, cash account debit, capital. That is capital 75,000, right? Next. Bank loan obtained. Obtained mean we are receiving money. So we can put number 2, bank loan obtained. So we receive money. We are obtaining a bank loan. We are receiving money from bank. So you have to write bank loan. Bank loan. If you deposit money in bank, the previous question you have, previous 2 question, you have bank deposits. You have deposited money in the bank, right? Am I correct? In the previous 2 questions, there is a bank loan, sorry, cash deposited in the bank, I think. Am I correct? Cash deposited in the bank, that's not bank loan. Loan and the deposits are different, my dear. Loan and deposits are different. You see this question, you can see easily. I will take that question also. Question number homework 1, I said. Homework 1, I said, 3rd of February, cash deposited in the bank, 10,000. Cash deposited in the bank, 10,000. So cash deposited mean we are depositing. I told you, we are inside the business. We are inside the business. So we are depositing money in the bank. So when we deposit money, we are paying money to bank, right? We are giving money. So this is not the answer for 3rd question. For 1st question, just for your understanding, some people ask doubt. So I am explaining that. 3rd, that particular date, cash deposited in the bank. So we have to write bank, or else you can say bank deposit, no problem. Bank deposit. Both okay, no problem. So bank deposit, we have deposited in the bank, how much? 10,000. So we are paying money to bank. This is not relevant to this particular 3rd question. Just to understand, make you understand, I am explaining, my dear. So this one, bank deposit, or else just bank, you can say 10,000. That's not bank loan. Bank loan mean we are borrowing a loan. Deposit mean we deposit money in bank. So bank loan, totally different. Ledger, 2 different account. There is no connection at all. There is no connection at all. So my dear student, if there is a bank deposit, do not consider as a bank loan, consider as a bank deposit. Any doubt in that? Right. If anyone have doubt, raise the hand. No need to send message, my dear. Don't send message. No. I can't keep reading, please. If you have doubt, hands up. Otherwise, no problem. Be silent. Right. So under the date column, you can write number 2 because of numbers given, or else you can ignore it. It's option for you. Okay, no problem, no issue. Purchase in cash. Okay, bank loan, how much we receive? 10,000. 10,000. Third, purchase in cash. Purchase mean we bought stocks. The word purchase is used for stock, unless otherwise it is mentioned something else. Purchase of furniture mean we can't say stock. Purchase of furniture mean we can't say stock, it is furniture. So purchase in cash, they didn't say anything else. Purchase in cash. So it is stock we purchase. When we buy, we pay money. Are we receiving money or giving money? Giving money. Purchase, we are paying money and buying things. So it comes to credit side on third. That's purchase. Should not write stock, my dear. Write purchase. Okay. Write purchase. So purchase, how much? 50,000, 5% discount. 50,000, 10% discount. I'm sorry. So 50,000, 10% discount. Listen, my dear student, because of the discount, many of you said this question is hard. Hereafter, don't say like that. You try your level best to do. If you have doubt in 1, 2, you can ask, sir, how to record this? Simple. You will get the answer. Okay, 50,000 rupees. For 50,000 rupees, 10% discount. 10% discount. So you know, my dear, for 50,000, how do we find 10%? 50,000 into 10 divided by 100. Am I correct? This is how you find. So the answer will be 5,000 rupees. How much? The discount will be how much? 5,000 rupees. For 50,000, 10%, 10 divided by into 10 divided by 100. 10 divided by 100. So you will be getting 5,000 rupees. So from 50,000, if you deduct the 5,000, what do you mean by discount? Discount mean deduct. Discount mean deduct. 50,000 minus 5,000 equals to 45. That's it. It's a simple work. Okay, you imagine why you didn't understand, you didn't try to understand. Why you say it is hard? Because you didn't try that. You didn't try that. You have given up. You didn't think what is discount? Discount. If you think a bit, my dear, you will get the point. Okay, imagine you are going to a shop to buy a dress or a cloth. In that textile shop, they have mentioned a particular dress or else a shirt, cloth. The price is 2,000 rupees. How much? 2,000 rupees. The price is 2,000 rupees. They have mentioned. Same time, on that row, there are many colors in the same size shirt, 2,000, and they put 10% discount. Now you tell me, if you are about to buy this shirt, how much you pay? Will you pay 2,000 and buy the shirt? How much you pay? Send me the answer. 2,000 is the price marked and they say 10% discount. Now the answer is coming because practically you know 10% mean 200 if deducted. Puta Minhaj, I am asking how much you pay to buy the shirt. Will you pay only 200 and buy? Minhaj, will you pay only 200 and buy? How much you pay? I am asking how much you pay to buy the shirt. I need answer from everyone, my dear. Come on, make it fast. Make it fast. I am waiting. Come on, make it fast. Very good. So now Minhaj saying again 2,000 it seems. Why, Buddha? You go to a shop, listen carefully. You go to a shop, the price is marked 2,000. They say 10% discount. Will you pay 2,000? Minhaj, Fatima Ashraf, tell me, will you pay 2,000? Yes or no? No. How much then you pay? $1,800. 1,800. You don't pay 2,000. You pay 1,800 and buy. So when I say you are going to a shop and buying 2,000 worth, 10% discount they are giving, you say simply 1,800 I will pay. But when in the cash account, if I give a question, purchase in cash 50,000, 10% discount, you are saying the question is hard. You are saying, I can't understand. The reason behind, we didn't think a bit. We didn't try a bit. Small amount of try if you put. If you think a bit, you could have achieved this. So, purchase in cash 50, 10% discount mean, will you pay 50,000? No. How much you pay? Only 45,000. So, cash paid, credit to cash account, purchase only 45,000. And write a note, everyone. Everyone write a note, my dear. At the time of purchase, if there is a discount, this discount 5,000 we call trade discount. Just note it down. Trade discount. There is a name for this discount we call trade discount. What is trade mean? Buying and selling. Buying and selling. Trade mean buying and selling. So we are buying, they are selling. We are buying, they are selling. So the discount we call trade discount. The discount we call trade discount. This trade discount has no entries in accounts. We don't record anywhere in debit or credit. We will just deduct from the purchase and leave it. Trade discount, we just deduct from the purchase and leave it. We don't write that 5,000 in any account, debit or credit. No entry. Just ignore it. You have to deduct it. But we don't debit or credit that 5,000. Only 45,000 comes to purchase 45. Any doubt? Trade discount mean discounts when buying and selling. When buying and selling, if there is a discount, we call trade discount. So it has no entries in accounts. Note it down. Huh? It has no entries in accounts. Okay. So only 45,000 we are recording under purchase, 45,000. After class, if you have doubt, please ask the recordings and see, go through. Still, if you can't understand, then you can ask again, sir, I couldn't understand this. Can you tell me once again? Go through that video, listen 2-3 times. After that, say, sir, I didn't understand. I can't understand. Without we put any try, any effort, just simply don't say, I can't understand. I did not understand. That's not good for your future. Right. Let's come to the next. Sales in cash 40. Same scenario. Same scenario. Sales in cash 40,000, 5% discount. So 40,000 into 5%. 40,000 into 5%. How much, my dear? 40,000 into 5%. 5 divided by 100. It becomes 20,000, 2,000 rupees. 2,000 rupees. So 40,000 is the sales, but 2,000 discount. So 38,000 is the amount of sales we receive from customer. We are selling a product to a customer. We are selling a product to customer, 40,000 worth, 5% discount also there. So if you deduct the discount 5%, it becomes 38,000. The amount we receive from the customer is only 38,000. So can we record 40,000 in cash account? Tell me yes or no. Can we record 40,000 in cash account? Yes or no? No. Very good. So how much we have to record in cash account as sales? Under the cash account sales, How much we record? 38,000. So you see, it's not difficult, my dear. If you try, you couldn't ask from the known people. No need to ask from me. First, you ask one of your friend. Your buddy. Ask your buddy, classmates, if you have any contact with them. Still, you didn't get the answer. Both together ask from sir. Directly, you can ask from me, no problem, anytime. Some people call at 11 o'clock night. Sir, doubt, can you explain? No problem. If I wake up, I will answer. So, sales, we record only how much? 38,000. 38,000. So, my dear students, I am not saying for proudness. You got such a wonderful teacher for you. Not for the proudness I am saying. You have to understand your teacher first. You will get answers when you ask doubt. That is the wonderfulness that I say, nothing else. So you get the answers when you ask doubt. I never ignore any student. I was a very weak student. I know that I didn't get answer from some of my teachers. I should not repeat the mistake. That's what I am being like this. So you use this opportunity, my dear students. Salary paid on 5th. Salary. How much? 2,000. So now you can record everything. Bank loan repaid. Cash received. Here you see number 6, my dear. Bank loan repaid 3,500. Interest paid 500. There are 2 transactions over here. Bank loan repaid is one transaction. Interest paid is another transaction. Do not mess up. Do not mix it up. Same day, there can be many transactions. Morning you open the shop till night. There can be several transactions under one date. So don't get confused. It's easy. Number 6. Bank loan repaid. So bank loan repaid. So cash account credit. Bank loan. How much we repaid? 3,500. Interest paid 500 on the same date. You can write the date again or else ignore, no problem. Interest, same date, 6th, 500. That's all. One student asked this doubt yesterday night, I think. Yesterday night, one student asked this doubt. I explained. Am I? Did I? If you are there in the class, answer please. Did I give you the answer? Because you ask what is the double entry. When you ask the question also, please be careful. You ask the correct way. You ask the double entry, I sent only the double entry. You didn't ask how to record in cash account. Right. I think she is there. I don't know. Yeah, no, she's not there. Okay, no problem. So, cash received for commission, payments of buying furniture, bought vehicle, sales in cash. Do anyone have doubt in 7 to 10? Tell me.
Sir.
Anyone have doubt in 7 to 10? Anything? Ask, please.
Sir, that is bank loan interest or
Any interest, no problem. Can be bank loan interest, can be any other interest, no issue. Since you have a bank loan, we can imagine it's a bank loan interest. The point is, Puta, if you write interest, that is enough. Got it, my dear?
yes, sir. If we type bank loan interest, mean we have to increase that amount also with that bank loan repay amount.
No. Interest, will the interest decrease the bank loan? Tell me.
No, sir.
So there is no connection. Bank loan is a different matter. Interest is a different matter. You can say bank loan interest 500. it won't come along with 3,500. 3,500 is a different amount. Bank loan interest is 500 is a different amount. You got the point?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Any other doubts? Right. How many of you have already completed this question? Number 3, tell me. Trial balance, everything finished? Anyone? 3, 12, 13, 14. Good. Very good. Very good. 16 people have completed. Can I give you 10 minutes time to complete everything? Only 4 entries you have. One more point I would like to tell you today. Listen, everyone. This cash account, once you finish, my dear, the second question, prepare the ledgers. You may have already prepared the ledgers. You may have already prepared the ledgers. I explained you in the last class also, ledgers, it should come like this. But when you draw the ledgers like this, now you may feel, don't you have an easy way to record this ledger? Drawing line, date, ledger folio, detail, amount, date, ledger folio, detail, amount, coming. No, there is no finish. Did anyone feel like that, my dear? Please raise your hand. It's not going ending. It's going line. Too many lines, waste of time, waste of space. Of course, many of you feel. I too feel like that. There is a solution for this. I will tell you the technique, my dear. When you prepare the ledgers, remember, you prepare one account like this in the same full format. You see, ledger I have noted here. One ledger account in this full format. Only one. Huh? Say, suppose you need 10 ledgers for this transaction, for example. You may have 10 ledgers you need. My hands are still paining. Very good. Yes, I can understand. Irritated. Very good. So, I'll give a solution to you, my dear. I'll make it easy. Sometimes, because of this ledger, some students feel boring in accounts. So, I don't want to put you into that trouble. So, why did I give 3 questions? To feel that first. My hands are paining, irritating. It's difficult. Now, I will give you an easy solution. Hereinafter, you can follow that. So, you will feel easy. Can you remember, while I am teaching the accounts, cash account, I taught you cash account in this way. Wait, I'll show you. Yes, I didn't teach you in this method, no, my dear. I taught you in the T format. Am I correct? Can you remember? I taught the cash account in T format, not in the full format, right? After studying 2 classes only, I introduced this full format. Correct? Then, while introducing the ledger, we did like this. Before doing like this, I taught you a T format. Can you remember? Yes. Now, hereinafter, when you prepare a ledger, it can be 10 account, 20 account, 50 account, no problem. It's not difficult. Listen carefully what I am trying to say. Draw one account under the ledger like this. Rest of the ledgers, rest of the account, draw in this format, T format. No heading. Heading means no need to write this column. Date, ledger folio, detail, amount, date, no need. One ledger account must be in this full format. One ledger account. It's not difficult for you, I know. After that, even they ask 20 ledgers, my dear, draw all 20 ledgers in this format. Now tell me, is it easy now? Is it easy now? Yes, it's very much easy. Sure. Superb. You can achieve within a short time period. So, my dear student, now you are going to finish this sum within 10 minutes time. I'm going only 10 minutes time. I'm giving you those who have not completed, right? Do all the entire cash account and the ledgers in this way. First sum only in this format, rest of the accounts are in T format. Make it fast, do it quickly. Once you finish, hands up. Those who already did, you can take a rest, just 10 minutes, okay? Everyone, come on, do it. And this is the wrong question. This is the wrong question. One student asking, sir, will they give marks if we write the ledger in T format in exam? So, my dear student, you are directly slapping me. You are saying, sir, what you are telling, I can't understand. I can't believe you, sir. I can't trust you, sir. Is it okay if I draw in T format? My dear student, if they are not giving marks, will I teach you? That trust you must have first. You must have your trust on me. That's very important. Okay, no issue. No issue. Hereafter, don't ask this kind of doubt. Because I am teaching, it's correct. I am not teaching wrong thing. I am not teaching that you lose marks. I always give you easy method to gain marks. You don't believe me when I am teaching this to one school student. That same school teacher asked the same question. Teacher asked me. I said, I show the marking scheme of O-level, ordinary level, and said, this is what O-level marking scheme say. Marking scheme say, my dear, if one question is in the full format, that's enough. That's enough. Rest of the ledger account, we can draw in T format. It's not an issue. You will get full marks. So, my dear student, when I am teaching, please keep trust. What sir says is correct. If not, you can't achieve in your education. That's very important. Okay, don't keep doubt. Okay, here we go. You can check your answers now. Salary paid 2,000 on 5th. Salary 2,000. Bank loan repaid. I'm sorry. Salary paid recorded, right? Cash received. I'm sorry. Number 7, cash received for commission. Number 7, commission income. Commission income. That's commission income 19,000. After that, payments for buying of furniture, my dear students. There can be bought furniture, there can be purchase of furniture, whatever it is, it's a furniture. That's the point. It's an asset, not stock, not stock. It's a non-current asset. Furniture for bought furniture, that means payment for buying a furniture, 13,000 rupees. You make a payment, credit side. And bought a vehicle in cash, 30,009. You bought a vehicle. So you have to write vehicle. We can't write purchase, okay? Vehicle 30,000. Finally, sales in cash. Finally, sales in cash. How much? 35,000. That's 10. Sales in cash. How much? 30,000. 35,000. That's all. So as I taught you earlier, as I advised you earlier, once you finish recording in the cash account, my dear, do not try to balance immediately. Don't be hurried to balance the cash account immediately. You record in the ledgers. That is the most efficient way to complete the to score more marks. That is the efficient way of getting the marks in exam. So this cash account, what is debited will be credited to the ledger. Whatever debited to the cash account will be credited to the ledgers. Whatever you have in the debit side, all these entries will be credited in the ledger account. All these entries will be credited in the ledger account, right? All these will be credited in the ledger account. Okay. And I don't want to tell you the other side. All what is in the credit side, that will be debited to the ledger accounts. All these in the credit side will be debited to the ledger account. So debit to credit, credit to debit, that's the policy. That is the double entry system we used to follow in accounts. Accordingly, if you come cash account, debit side entry, it goes to credit side entry, it goes to debit side entry, right? Okay, there is a doubt here. Muhammad Azam asking in the question, Kuta, they didn't say, is asking a doubt. It will beneficial for others also. Listen carefully, saying bank loan repaid 3,500, interest paid is 500. So the bank loan repaid amount should be only 3,000. No, sir. That's the question he's asking. Am I correct, Kuta? Is that the question you are telling? Bank loan repaid
Yes,
3,500, interest paid 500. Right. My question. Did I say bank loan repaid 3,500 includes interest 500? Did I say like that? No, right? I did say like that. I said bank loan repaid 3,500, interest paid 500. There is no connection between those two. Only the connection, both transactions happen in one date. That's all. So it is 3,500, not 3,000. If they say bank loan repaid 3,500, which includes, that includes 500 interest, then you can say 3,000. Did you get the point, Azam?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I got the point. Thank you, sir.
Welcome, welcome. So we come to the ledgers, my dear. As I told you earlier, one ledger we are preparing in full format. The rest of the ledgers we are preparing in T format. So if I take the cash account, my dear, first one we can take capital account, under that capital is in the cash account debit side. So in capital account, it goes to credit side, cash, the amount is 75,000, right? Only one entry. Then we have a bank loan, my dear. So bank loan account, we have debit side 10,000. So in the bank loan account, credit side cash 10,000. Right? Then you have a sales 38,000. So in another ledger, sales account, it will be credit side cash. How much? 38,000. Don't be hurry. Follow the way I am doing. Don't be hurry. I know there are two sales. There are bank loan. I will come to the point, my dear. The method what I am following is more easy for you. More easily you can score the marks. So capital we have recorded in capital account credit, bank loan goes to bank loan account credit 10,000, sales goes to sales account, commission income account, it is credit side because cash account debit 19. So commission income account, credit side cash. How much? 19,000. Again, there is a sales. So we go to same sales account and write it cash. Same sales account and write it cash. How much? 35,000. So all the debit entries are credited. All the debit entries are credited. All the debit entries finished. It's very easy to write all the debit into credit quickly. Debit into credit. We don't worry about what is in the credit side. First, we find the debit and record everything. Finished. Now come to the credit side of the cash account. In the credit side, first one you can see purchase. So we can go to a purchase account. First one we can see purchase. So we can go to a purchase account. Purchase account, debit side because cash account credit, purchase account, debit side, cash 45. Again, you have a salary. So we come to salary account, debit side, cash. How much? How much cash? We have 2,000. Salary account, how much cash we have? 2,000. After that, you have a bank loan again. So again, we don't want to open another bank loan account. Already we have a bank loan account. Already we have a bank loan account. In the same bank loan account, we can debit this 2,000, 3,500. It's in the cash account credit. So bank loan account debit 35 cash. 35 cash. Understand? 35 cash. Right. Then you have interest. So interest goes to interest account. Interest goes to interest account. Even they say bank loan interest, no issue. It comes to bank loan interest account. If it is a interest, it should be recorded separate account. It can be any type of interest, no problem. So interest account, debit 500 cash, debit 500 cash. Then you have furniture. So we open a furniture account. Furniture account, that's also debit side, cash, how much? 13,000. Likewise, we have a vehicle account. So we open a vehicle account. We open a vehicle account and debit side cash 30,000. Finished. So you see, if you record the transaction in cash account and if you keep balancing the cash account, my dear, you will waste a lot of time for that. But what we did, we look at the cash account and post all the entries to ledger. So we have scored marks. If you balance the cash account, my dear, you will be getting half a marks. But if you record in the ledger account, you are going to get 5 marks, which is important. 5 marks is important. So directly we record in the ledger everything. Don't be hurried to balance the cash account. That we can do later. So now we can go to the ledger and prepare the trial balance. While preparing the trial balance, now we have to balance the cash account. Still, don't be hurried. Still, don't be hurried. Come to the ledger first. Trial balance, details, debit, credit. Those who have doubt in trial balance, now you can clear it out. If you have doubt, you can clear it out. First of all, capital account. First of all, capital account. In capital account, we have only one amount in the credit side. We have only one amount in the credit side, 75,000. So in the trial balance, we write capital. We write capital, or else you can say capital account, both same, no issue. Okay. You can say capital or capital account. So better we write capital, easy for us. You have only one amount in the credit side, 75, nothing else, my dear. So the same amount we can record in the credit side. No difference. Same amount we can credit to the trial balance. Credit to the trial balance. Okay. If you look at the bank loan account, you have figures in both sides. If you have both side amount, we have to balance the account. That is what a video sent. I sent you the video to go through. So when you look at the bank loan account, you have credit side 10,000. Now we are going to balance the bank loan account. You have credit side 10,000, debit side 35. What is balancing? I taught you an easy word for you. Can you remember? What is balancing? Balancing means filling the shortage. Filling the gap. No, filling the shortage, my gap, not gap. It's accounts, right? Figures. We are talking about figures. Figures mean, I mean amount. Huh? So, filling the shortage. You have 10,000 in credit side. You have 10,000 in credit side. You have debit side 3,500. So the shortage coming in debit side. The shortage coming in which side? Debit side. How much? 6,500. This is called filling the shortage. This is called filling the shortage. So while filling, we used to write balance carried down. Or else we can say balance carried down or else carried down. No problem. Same figure, 6,500 should come down, brought down. But it should be brought down, not carried down. When you come down, it should be brought down. 6,500. 6,500. So in this red color, what do you write? The totals. If you add the total 6,500 and 3,500, what is the total will be? 10,000. This side, what is the total? 10,000. Remember, this BD 6,500 is after the balancing line. It is under the balancing line. 6,500. 10,000, 10,000 is the balancing line. I have colored very clearly. Color code you can understand. Red color, red color. Same line. Next line brought down. So when you finish the bank loan, when you finish balancing the bank loan, my dear, the bank loan account, how do we record in the trial balance? That is what I explained in today's video. How do we record this bank loan in the trial balance? It's very easy. We write bank loan first. You have both side amount, debit and credit. So in the trial balance, we can't write debit and credit. It should be either debit or credit. There is no two side. So final result is what? Brought down balance 6,500, which is in the credit side. Brought down balance 6,500, which is in the credit side. Only that amount comes to trial balance. Only that 6,500 comes to trial balance. We should not write 3, 5 and 10,000 in the trial balance. Trial balance is a summary only. So only the balance brought down should be recorded. Do anyone have doubt in this? Please ask. If you have doubt, ask. Otherwise, no problem. Right. So we can move to the next ledgers, next set of ledgers. We have a lot of ledgers here. Sales account, commission income account, purchase account, interest account. So all these ledgers, we have to take it to the trial balance. How do we take? I'm just taking the picture, then easy to understand. So when you come to the trial balance, my dear, sales, we have two amounts, you see. Sales, we have two amounts, 38, 35. So if you go to sales account, we can add the total and write 38 plus 35. The total will be, you can underline and add it, okay? Underline and add the total, sorry. 35 plus 33, 73, 73,000. The amount is 73,000 in total. 73,000 in total. That is the amount we have to record in the trial balance. Sales account, credit side, 73,000. That is the amount we have to record in the trial balance, not one by one. You can't write two amounts for one item in the trial balance. There cannot be two sales. There cannot be two purchase. Only the sales balance 73 comes to trial balance. Bank loan, both side amount we had. Bank loan, we had both side amount, 10,000, 3,500. So the shortage 6,500 we took to debit side. Shortage. Accordingly, carried down, brought down. Only the brought down 6,500 come to trial balance. Sales, same side, we have two figures. Sales, same side, we have two figures. So the total 73 we can record in the trial balance. Total 73 we can record in the trial balance. I hope you understand. Next one, commission income. So we type commission income, commission income. It's in the credit side, only one figure, 19,000. Next one, purchase. Purchase, we have only one figure, debit 45,000 in trial balance. We have a salary account. So salary, you have only one amount in the debit side, 2,000. We have interest, whatever interest, no problem. You have only one entry in debit side, 500. You have a furniture, debit 13,000. Finally, we have a vehicle account. You see vehicle account is there. Vehicle account, debit side 30,000. Debit side 30,000. Only one figure is there. So it's easy for us to just record. So, any doubt? Still, I didn't balance the cash account, my dear. Still, I didn't balance the cash account. Trial balance. Now come to trial balance. Sorry, now come to the cash account. Now come to the cash account. In cash account, roughly if you add the total of debit and credit, roughly if you add the debit side, roughly we add it, huh? We are going to add it roughly. If you add the debit side total, 75, 85, 115, 123, 133, 142, 172, 177,000 debit side. Okay. Debit side total 177. I have added all these. I will color it in one color. And credit side, we have some amounts. We can add the totals and take the credit side. The credit side, we have amount credit side 45, 47, 50, 51, 61, 64, 94,000. 94,000. So you can understand the debit side total 177, credit side total 94,000. Credit side total 94,000. So the shortage is in the credit side. Shortage is in the credit side, that is 83,000. Correct? Shortage in the credit side 83,000. So the 83,000 shortage we write in the credit side 83,000, and we write it balance carried down or carried forward, no problem. The shortage is 83,000 we write in the credit side. After that, we have to leave a line for balancing. I just mark in the red color, then you can understand easily. So balance carried down is come to balance brought down here, 83,000 brought down. 83,000 rupees. 83,000. Carried down and brought down are same, but in opposite side. The total of cash account, that's 177,000 debit side. Credit side earlier 94, but now after filling the shortage, it become 177. Therefore, it is not compulsory to write this 177, but to understand, you are just writing. Okay, 83,000, you can draw a line and it like this. Okay. So the balance in the cash account is 83,000. So when you record in the trial balance, the cash balance, we have to write final answer, only 83,000 in the debit side. Brought down balance 83,000 comes to the trial balance. Okay. Understand? Now, if you add the total debit and credit, my dear, it will get equal. If it is not equal, don't think you are wrong. Balancing a trial balance does not mean that you got 100% marks. Sometimes your trial balance get both side equal, there can be mistakes. So don't rely on your trial balance, my dear. Of course, if the trial balance is balanced, we may have an idea. We may have an idea, yes, I got correct. That satisfaction you can have. But you can't say trial balance mean I am 100% correct. That's all. Now we will add the total of debit side, my dear. 45 plus 2 plus 500 plus 13 plus 30 plus 83. Total 173,500. We'll add the credit and see 75 plus 6,005 plus 73 plus 19 is equal to 173,500. 173,500 is the total amount of the trial balance. Both sides are equal. Do anyone have doubt? Fatima Ashraf, could you understand the bank loan? I have explained again. The video is also there in the group. Do anyone have doubt? If you need, I can send this video also again. I will make it public so you can see. If you are subscribed to my, channel, my dear, I hope everybody subscribe to my channel, right? When I send a video, you can go and click the subscribe and bell button. Altaf, I can't understand your question.
Sir,
Yeah, tell me.
sir, in the trial balance, the cash is there, no, sir, 173,500.
That is not cash, no, Kuta, that is total.
Yeah, total, sir. Will it change?
That means
Will the amount change?
which amount?
This amount, sir.
I can't understand.
This
The question, the question.
1,73,000, 1,73,500 and one. This both amount will it change, sir?
That means another trial balance you're asking?
Yeah, sir.
Yeah, it can be. Some question to question figures are different. No? One more point. I have noticed some students, they have a different opinion. This 177,000 cash account total, the total of cash account 177, that figure 177, that figure, they think that total 177 should be the total of trial bill. I don't know, Altaf is asking the same question. I asking the same question.
Yes, sir.
There is no connection. This 177,000 is cash received amount, no, my dear. This 173,500 is the total of trial balance. There is no connection. You can't match these two, my dear. You understand? These two amounts we can't match.
Yes,
I thought you asking that particular doubt. We have no connection. That's what some students say, sir, it's not coming, it's not coming, it's not coming. No. Cash account and the trial balance total are not have connection. Those are not equal. Those are not equal. That can be equal in some question. Can be equal. but there is no connection between those two, Mike. No connection. Don't worry about that. Understand? This total and that total are totally different. We can't match these two totals. Okay, I have to go to the next class. Never give up. As I said, never give up, my dear students. If you don't know 1 or 2 entries, leave that and do the rest, ask the doubt and complete the sum. I will be sending some more homeworks to you next week. I hope to start a new lesson to you. We will meet in the new lesson. Bye. Until then, I see you.
Yes, sir.
Sir.